Temperature change. It's colder today than it was the other day when I had this radio. I'm at a place called Eagle's Nest. This is park US-0716, which is the Chickamauga Chattanooga National Military Park. Eagle's Nest is on the Tennessee side of the park. It's in 2 states. And I'm going to set up and do a Parks on the Air activation with my Ten Tec Scout. Let's do this. I have radials for all of my hamstick bands in this thing. All right, now that the antenna field's set up, I'm gonna set the radio up in the truck. All right. Wow, temperature change. It's colder today than it was the other day when I had this radio. You can tell. Okay, we'll set this up here. I use the case from the radio most of the time. I think 20 meters is in it. Yes. As a makeshift table for my radio to sit on. Oh crud! I done pinched my coax. Get that. Now, this will stay in the seat. We'll put this on top of here. There we go. Power. I wired me a power port into my truck so that I have access to since I drive a diesel, it has dual batteries. It's almost impossible to run the batteries down. I've left my lights on for 5 and 6 hours before and it didn't hurt a thing. Okay, I'm gonna check the antenna with the Nano VNA. Let me just show you that. Another one of these little zippy boxes I got from Giga Parts at a Hamfest a couple years ago. Alright. I use this like a antenna analyzer 90% of the time. I've got the default settings set to where, let's see here, 14, stop, 14.4. Okay, let's just see what the antenna looks like. Oh, it looks super good for CW. It's usable. It's 1.7 to 1 at 14.250, so I can even do sideband and not have a problem with it. All right. No, I did not calibrate my Nano VNA because I'm in a hurry and it'll only change the values minimally unless something dramatic happens to the VNA, and I'm just checking for SWR to make sure something's not wildly out of calibration, like the coax being broken or something like that. So since it's not, we're moving on. I'm gonna get this activation on the air. I wanna get my common mode choke and install it in the radio in series with the coax. Okay, I'm not gonna run memory key here today. I'll probably regret that later.
One eternity later.
US-0716. I am currently on 14048 megahertz. I'm calling QRL to see if somebody's on frequency. And the time currently is, Let's see, 1344 is the beginning. I like to mark when I start the activation just for funsies. Ohio. It's not CPY, it's CW. Virginia. They're perfectly zero beaded. Nebraska. gonna speed the key up just a touch. Texas. New Jersey. Connecticut. Let's see if he's in Idaho. Yep, he's in Idaho. I got an Ontario. Texas. New Hampshire. Alright, at this point I think I'm going to QSY and do some single sideband if I can. Maybe do a little hunting on sideband. Just to use the mic a little since I did get it out. Yeah, I didn't get nobody jumping in at the very end. Get some crosstalk.
Kilo 2 Hotel in Massachusetts looking for anyone, anywhere.
Well, let's just give him an answer. Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra.
Papa Radio Kilo, strongest signal of the morning. Good morning. You're 5-9 Mike Alpha.
Let's see here.
Okay, Papa Radio November. Thanks for the 6 on that. You're still 5-9 plus.
70, and you're 271. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, you're about 10 over right here. Thanks for the signal. Thanks for the signal report and making the contact, and have a great weekend. 73 QRZ Kilo 2 Hotel.
Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra.
Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra. You're 5-9 Mike Alpha.
QSL the 5-9. You're a 5-9 into Georgia Golf Alpha. 5-9 into Georgia. Thank you for the contact.
QRZ Kilo 2 Hotel.
Kilo 2 Hotel, I got him. Let's see what happens if I can find an empty spot here. .285 sounds pretty quiet. Let's see if there's anything going on the parts on the air side. Yep. There's a Florida station on 285. This is why I like to check the spot page, because sometimes they're near enough to you that they shoot over you. So you'll actually be transmitting into the same areas, so you're kind of competing with their signal, and it causes problems.
CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air. From Whiskey 8 Delta Foxtrot, CQ POTA from Whiskey 8 Delta Foxtrot, QRZ.
Park to park.
CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, CQ parks on the air, from Whiskey 8 Delta Foxtrot, CQ POTA from Whiskey 8 Delta Foxtrot, QRZ.
Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra.
Delta Sierra station again, please.
Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra. It's Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra.
Whiskey Kilo 4 Delta Sierra. Got you 5-8 into our park, US-3310, Fort Custer, Michigan.
QSL on the park. I am at park 0716. 0716. You're a 5-8 into Georgia. Tennessee, my bad, Tennessee. I am in Tennessee today. 5-8 into Tennessee. QSL?
QSL, park number is US-0716, QSL.
0716. 0716.
QSL, I have that. Thank you. You have a great day, 73.
73, good luck. I don't think there's an open spot in sideband. Wow. Well, I've got a full page of contacts. So maybe this will just be mostly a CW activation today. And we'll just call it good. And that's what a simple park activation looks like. I'm not going to show you tearing down the antennas because there's really no point in that. You seen me put it up, just reverse that order. And there you go. So, but yeah, I'll come here. As you can see, the truck's literally on the side of the road because I've looked at the map of the park boundaries, and this little parking area is inside. Actually, the park boundary crosses the paved road, and then it goes across the road and down the hill or the side of the mountain a little further. But this whole region here, and then this parking area, and it goes down the side of the road a little ways. There's like a stone wall. Something was built here a long time ago, and I don't know what it was. So I can just pull over on the side of the road, set up my antenna, operate out of the truck, and I'm fully within the park boundary with my entire radio, which is one of the rules of POTA is every piece of your radio has to be inside the boundary of the park, including your antenna. Yeah, this is a nice little quick convenient place to grab a quick activation as long as nobody's already in this little pull-off. I appreciate you watching. So if you like the video in my mostly CW activation, if you haven't got your radio out and got it on the air, I suggest you do so, just because why'd you buy it? So until next time, get your radio out and dust it off, hook it up to an antenna, and see if you can make contact with somebody. So we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.